Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Greedfall. In the last episode we had just finished talking to the British Alliance Embassy. We had met Sahin and he told us about the Charlatan and about how they had war with the Theleme people. And surprisingly, we are going to go and meet the ambassador of the Theleme people. So let's do that.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Let's see what we can ask about. Tell us about the Theleme.
Could you tell me anything about Theleme?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet. And give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Theleme are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah. You must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminis and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Yeah, why don't I believe that? Anyway, can we just all appreciate what a cool concept it is that you have a full government, military, and like political standing that all revolves around one belief. I'm not sure if it's the same like with the Vatican, with us, like please don't quote me on that, but I mean, that's such a cool concept, right? That they have mages who, because of their belief, have magic and are governed by it. Tell me about your relationship with my city, the congregation.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Theleme, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only 2 complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Okay, like, I mean, we have to have a neutral standing, you know, between nations because we don't want to get caught up in the war. This is a neutral area. What is Theleme's position on Teofredi? Also, fun fact, I recently just found out that Teofredi is the name of the island we're going to.
How is Theleme faring on Teofredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Cool. And how's your war going on with the Bridge Alliance?
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Teofredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Nice.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Cool. So, right now we have 3 side quests. The Charlatan, the Heretics, and the Supply Run. Looks like we need to go to Captain Vasco and just check the map quickly. I'm just gonna check this area quickly because I mean it's pretty closed off as like a dead end, and then we have to go down here to present ourselves to Captain Vasco. Let's check this way first. Dead people. Hey, wasn't I here already? Yeah, I was. This is where I nearly died. Okay, so that's why there's dead people here. Cool. Let's go this way. Loot! Nice. A fancy hat. Let's check that out right now. Side quests. Yep. There we go. Oh, nope. So I lose 2 armor and I lose 1 balance, but I get a better loot chance and more poison resistance. I think I'm gonna take this. I mean, as a mage, I'm going to be doing most of my fighting like long range, so hopefully I won't need the armor and balance like as much as I think. But then again, I do get shot with a gun every once in a while, so. More loot. Nice, a blunt war axe. And I got fancy clothes. Put that on 100%. Oop, nope. Didn't mean to be on you. So it's 51 more damage, less armor damage, but more of a stun chance and more fury generated. Yeah, obviously I'm putting that on. I have this dagger, but I can't equip it. Dagger does a hell of a lot more damage. It's crazy. yeah, I guess that's everything here. Honestly, it looks like this whole city is moving. Everything is like untidy and nothing permanent. Yes, people have washing in the streets.
The merchant is there.
What merchant? Oh, the merchant will need to wait. Oh, this merchant. Don't worry, Kurt. We'll do your mission soon enough. Which way do I go? I'm gonna go left, check that dead end, and then come this way to Mr. Vasco. So, what items do I have? Oh, it's just the random goodies I picked up. Cool. So, this way. Oh, I can't open it, okay. Well then,
Greetings, Your Excellency.
off to Lord Vasco. Did I see loots? No. I did! Take it all, take all the loots. I mean, if I don't take it, who's going to? Right? Here we go, Vasco da Gama.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There's some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco,
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Okay, chill.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Definitely. Tell me about the cabin boy. I know you said you saw him last 2 days ago, but when last did you actually see him?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Okay. Does he have any friends in Serene?
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Who are his close friends then?
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Cool. Do you know anything about the heretics?
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
I'm gonna talk openly about it. I mean, Theleme's people are open about their religion, so...
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Theleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
I see you. I see you.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Tell me about the notes.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Okay, tell me about Teofridi.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofridi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Okay, I see. Can you tell me about the port of Serene?
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Let's talk in front of the captain, just like that. Okay, let's see, what do we have going on here? Okay, let's start with this. Let's do this. Let's deal with Kurt's issue first. Loot! Can we see that merchant over here? Yeah, it's further down here. Here we go. So before we start with that, we need to negotiate with the vendor. Did I get random? And then some random plants. Yep. All good.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
My God, what
You can
happened to your
start by
face?
explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Okay, let's ask about more instructions.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I'm not gonna offer a bribe. I have a charisma perk, and I'm gonna threaten a prison sentence, because this is extortion.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Okay, so now we need to go and report to the quartermaster. Hello? Out!
Move away! Things are about to taste my savor! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
I'll kill you with my axe! That's right. Some young god. Poor people. Did I get a silver bracelet? A pretty silver bracelet. Sell it to a merchant. Okay, so that's just like a junk item basically. Is this the Charlatan? What is this? The tavern. And then a random merchant. Okay, that way is blocked off. Let's go this way. Move. This can wait. I'm not gonna do this now. The Charlatan can also wait. Let's finish the coin guard.
Are your boats swarm through? Is... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
I have something to sell. Or quite a bit to sell. I can't equip this, so sell. This is weaker than what I have on. So sell. 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 Sell that. Sell these old gloves. Sell these comfortable booties. Keep that. Honestly, I can't use any of this. I don't have a gun, and all of these require science, so I'm just gonna sell all of that until I actually need it. Ingredients for crafting, I'm gonna keep that, and then the silver bracelet. Nice.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Speak to me.
Sir de Sade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Okay then, so they just expect this guy Kurt to do everything for them, right? All the hard work, everything. Open the store, watching you. Huh? Give me this gun. I'll take it. Oh wow, how the hell did I come out? Okay. We need to go back to Vasco da Gama and...
It's blocked.
And ask him about the shipping crates and stuff like that. This place have nothing to give me, nothing at all. Nothing I can take. Okay. Wasting my time.
All you need in our selection.
Back to Vasco. Loot. Nice. I like the loots. I love the loots. Vasco.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Yes.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Okay. Yes, I need help with some merchandise, please.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
So, looks like we're going to smuggle. Tamper with the ships, log in the Harbour Master's office, clear out the warehouse guards. I can do both. Zones controlled by other factions. The zone is under the control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. A costume, which is the torso piece of the faction, and that's the faction, will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try stealthily approach, but if the guard spots you, it will result in a violent response and damage your reputation with this faction.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
I can't do that. How am I gonna? I can't even make a potion. Okay, seems like we're going to have to try this stealthy approach. So much for stealth.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Time for the ammo.
You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We
Nice,
might find a
leveled
less
up.
conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Cool. Your lockpicking skills is not high enough to pick this lock. No, I'm missing loot. Ugh. There's so much loot to be had and I can't get any of it. My soul. Here we go.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Nice. Key to the harbor jails. Does this key open any of these? Nope. Oh, here we go. I leveled up. So, as I said in the beginning, I can put into any of these, but these big ones require 2 points. For now, I have this right hand side selected. It's one-handed weapons. This is the ring. What does this do? Shadow missiles and shadow impact deals more damage, right? Versus my fix lasts longer. I'm not really using my stasis effects. I'm gonna take the extra damage. Key to the harbor jails. Nice, I got sailor stuff. That's exactly what I was looking for. Is this better? So this has a lot more element. Yeah, let's just put that on. It has a hell of a lot more element stuff. Sailor boots, not really worth it. And the sailor coat, so I need to put that on, right, in order to get through. What's my next objective? Clear out the warehouse guards. I can do that, but I'm not gonna do the lace drink thing. Because I can't craft. I'll fight them if I have to.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
That is easier said than done. And seeing as how we are here, oh look here. I wonder if I could have snuck in this way. If it would have done anything. No! I'm missing all the loot because I can't loot lockpick. Take it all! Okay, I guess that's everything. So I need to inform the porter, right? If I do that, let's interrogate the smuggler because he's in the port jail exactly, and I have on a disguise. So let's do this quickly while I am here.
I've seen him.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Theleme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Thelemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Naughts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
Maybe. Bloody asshole.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Let's go talk to the fleeing couple.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Theleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
If that is the case, what was your research about?
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Theleme after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofrodi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Did you try making an agreement with the Theleme?
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
But I can talk to the Bridge Alliance ambassador for you.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Let's go talk to Al-Sahin. And while I talk to Al-Sahin, let's turn in to the porter. There's the porters.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Nice. To Al-Sahin. Also, let me just change this ass armor that I have on back to what was mine. Actually, this is better, so let's just keep this on. Not too happy about it. The other suit looked a lot more fancy. Out of my way!
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I need help with some historians.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, the founder of the mythical Theleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection. But one good deed deserves another.
You would like me to first take care of your charlatan?
You will certainly prove to be an excellent legate.
Very well then.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
So I'm gonna call it here for this one episode. In our next episode, we'll take care of the charlatan and find the missing cabin boy, and then find my cousin, and then be on our way. So see you guys. Bye bye.